everyone, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I'm Inner Empress and you're here at Inner Empress Readings. So to my new subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in. For those who have been with me from the beginning, welcome back. And if you're new to my channel and just now watching, hey, I hope you enjoy the reading. So before I jump into it, I just kind of want to say, I know that I haven't been on here in a while, and that's just because everyday life was kind of becoming very busy, so I had to take the time and kind of get that stuff in order. But after July, I'm going to have more free time for a bit and I'll be able to pump out videos more regularly. So I just want to let you know, I always take priority over private readings, so I do make sure that I get those out for those of you who have purchased them. And also, I just want to take a moment to say thank you so much for all the support, all the likes, the love, the comments, the donations, and to those who have actually donated cards. So I just want to say thank you so much to R, who has sent me this Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. I'm using this deck in this reading as well as the other ones that are similar to this that I'm dropping. I think I just released air, and I'll be dropping water and earth within the next couple of days. But thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. And I just love being able to provide readings for you all with cards that speak to me in new ways. So I really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's jump into this. So this reading is for my fire signs. This reading, we're looking into the energy of Leo, of Aries, and of Sagittarius. So either this is for you, whether you have significant fire in your chart, or if that's your sun sign, or you could be tuning in for someone else who happens to be a sun sign. So this is a timeless reading. Whenever you happen to watch it, this information is relevant for you at that moment. And let's look into what the universe wants you to know. Okay, so for my Aries, let's look into what the universe wants you to know. We have children, memories of love, spiritual union, if you believe, new love, divine sensuality, making love, erotica. Okay, before I go any further, I just want to say that this makes a lot of sense because as I was looking at this Emperor card, I don't know if you can see it. This is from the Tarot of Sexual Magic. I'm not sure if you can see it, but this Emperor is holding like a wand, a staff, I suppose, and the top looks like a penis, like the head of a penis. I was very drawn to the bottom, the floor here, where I suppose one could take it as like diamonds or stone, but for some reason it looked like ice to me, and his feet are not colored, so it's making me think of like cold feet. So some of you here who chose this might actually be dealing with cold feet in the literal sense in regards to, well, I suppose you would say figurative sense, but with some type of decision that you're not sure if you want to continue with or go ahead with. Some of you may actually be single right now or heavily masturbating for some reason, so you might be celibate. But there is an energy coming here for some of my Aries who are watching where the sexual creative energy, there is a block. There's a block for some reason. And I see that especially with this divine sensuality popping up and the memories of love. So some of you might actually be dealing with a breakup. Some of my Aries here might actually have recently broke up with a partner, or you're thinking of someone that maybe you've been estranged from for a while. You might even have children with this person. This could be a spouse of yours. All right, so we have 7 of Wands and 5 of Wands. Okay, this is your advice. I'm gonna wait before I turn that over, but let's get into what I'm seeing here. All right, so some of my Aries who are watching, I need to continue with the energy because it's really hitting me, especially with this 5 of Wands. So this person right here, I'm not sure if you can see this card. This person is peeking in on this couple who are, I guess, in a garden, playfully making love. And there's an energy of, I wouldn't necessarily say anger. I feel like there's an acceptance here, a reluctant acceptance, but there's just a sense like perhaps you or someone else, like if you haven't broken up with someone, perhaps, what am I trying to say? I'm sorry, I'm jumbled. if you are in a new relationship, you might have an ex who is watching you. That's what I'm trying to say. And it could be reversed to where perhaps you are looking in on someone who you have broken up with, or the relationship ended. There's something going on with that. Now, if it's not necessarily in a romantic sense, it could also be in regards to family or work. If there's somebody that you're estranged from, or a work situation that you left, you could have an ex-boss or some type of family member that's like kind of peeking in on you. There's some type of peeking in that's happening. I feel like there's a sense of competition for some reason. So you might be competing for someone's attention, affection, or a position in some type of company or something. With this Seven of Wands, I feel like there's a bit of defensiveness that's going on, a little hesitancy that's happening. So you might feel like you've had to kind of stand your ground with different situations. Maybe you felt like people were picking fights with you or something of that nature. I just heard testing your authority. So some people might be trying to go against your authority or test your authority, especially if you recently got promoted to a new position, or might even take in a relationship to a serious level. You might feel like exes are coming out of the woodwork and trying to test your relationship and its boundaries. Could even be a family member. I just heard something about someone's family member. Might be like a mother, but there could be someone who is purposely trying to meddle in your relationship. That's kind of coming through. There's some jealousy here. Now, I feel like for those of you who I am speaking to currently, there is new love on the way. For some of you, that will be you reuniting with this person that you broke up with, especially because of this Six of Cups here, these memories of love, spiritual union, and new love. There might be a chance, if you believe, for you and this person to come back together, especially because you might have actually split over some petty differences. I feel like for some of you, it's not that damaging what you went through. I feel like there's a chance for you both to kind of work things out if you're open to doing so. I also feel like for some of you Aries who are watching, your ego might have taken a blow and you've had to sit back and kind of think about the things you've said or the stance you took in a relationship or some type of partnership. And it doesn't have to be romantic. You know, something with the ego is coming through. Now, some of you, it could be something with work. You could deal with children. You could want to take up a career with children. It could be something musical that involves children. This person is playing a flute. Also, I want to point out that there's a lion here, so you might be dealing with another fire sign, a Leo. I just heard brother for somebody. Somebody might have a brother who is a Leo in this pile. Something with blended family just hit me for somebody. So some of you might be trying to blend families between maybe children you already have and someone else's children or something like that. Now, this pile, I feel like you're dealing with a soulmate situation. It could be a higher level soulmate, or I don't really want to like put a title to it, but there's some type of soul bond, some type of soul contract between you and another individual. Does not have to be romantic. It could be in regards to a soulmate that is in a work situation or a family member. Soulmates don't have to be just romantic. It's just people that you had contracts with to be in your life for a certain reason, certain amount of time. So I do feel like for some of you, I just heard dream job. So you might actually be moving into your dream job or dream field. Some of you, like I said, something with sex is important for this pile. And I don't know why, but I was very drawn for my fire signs in this reading to use the tarot of sexual magic. So I feel like something with that is coming through. Maybe you haven't had sex in a while, or perhaps you feel as though you have been having sex. I just heard something like what did I hear? It was something like new. So for those of you that it's not about not having sex for a while, and it's not about celibacy, things like that, you might actually have had sex with someone recently that you felt like it actually went to a new level. It could have been a new level of intimacy that you've never experienced with anyone before. It could have felt like making love. It could have, it just felt like the sex was beyond. There's something beyond that's happening. Some of my Aries in this pile, I feel, are dealing with some type of block sexually and creatively. So I feel like something with the sacral chakra, sacral, however you want to pronounce that, the second chakra, it's like right by the pelvis area. It's above the root and right below the solar plexus. I feel like there's some blockages here. Some of you might be overactive in that area and some of you might be underactive, so actually holding off. For some of you who are holding off, it could be also because you're thinking of a past lover and there's some type of resistance. Maybe you feel like you're not ready to move on from them. Maybe you feel some guilt, some shame. There's some type of resistance. For others of you, it might be the fact that you're trying to rebound. I just heard look beyond. I feel like for some of my Aries here in this pile, you need to look beyond something, beyond what you believe something to be able to be. So that could be in regards to love, like what you believe you're capable of doing in regards to love. It could be in regards to sex. It could be in regards to your work situation or how creative you are. There's some type of need for you to look beyond what you think you're capable of and realizing that there's so much more out there for you if you believe you can do it. I just heard passing by. Some of you are letting opportunities pass you by. Some of my Aries here, you need to allow some new situations to come into your life. I feel like there's some new blessings that want to enter, but there's still some blockage from the past. There's some type of blockage. I feel like you're holding back from allowing something new to come into your life because of something with the past, some type of emotional connection that you have. And it could be to a parent, a promise, a work situation, whatever the case is. You're not allowing yourself to really step into this new love, this new passion, this new hobby, this new way of living because of something that is holding you back from the past. I just heard out of your league. So when I was looking at this divine sensuality card, some of you might be lusting after someone or maybe even a situation or a job position that you think is out of your league. And the universe wants you to believe that you can go ahead towards it, that is actually possibly meant for you. Let's look into your advice. We have chakra clearing. Call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. And this is Archangel Metatron. So those of you who chose this pile, you have some chakra clearing to do. Apparently, as I was saying, you have some pent up energy from the past that you really need to release. And so you might want to look on YouTube for like chakra clearing meditation or chakra clearing music. But there is a release that needs to take place. And for some of you, I also feel like something with your home. You might need to clean up your home, or some of you might be moving, especially if there is a breakup situation that took place or you're leaving a job. Some of you might be leaving your parents' home for the first time, or even after multiple attempts of, being out in the world. And that's okay. Things happen. The universe wants you to know that there definitely are blessings that are coming towards you. You're attracting better situations towards you, but there is some type of release that you need to have. There is something that needs to be let go from your past. I feel like you know what it is. I don't feel like this is something that's like coming completely out of left field. I feel like as you're listening to what I'm saying, what it is that needs to be released. I also feel like the universe is trying to bring some helpful people into your life. So there might be some collaborations that seem to come out of the blue. Might be, for some of you romantically, a partner that comes out of nowhere, especially with this new love. So definitely keep your eyes and your ears open. I feel like somebody in this pile does need to look into sexual therapy. You may need to talk to a therapist who deals with that specifically. And it's okay. It's absolutely okay. But the universe doesn't want you to feel stuck. Whatever it is for this pile, for my Aries, that makes you feel less than, less than the leader that you are, the universe wants you to clear that out because there's so much that you need to be doing, so many blessings that are about to come into your life that you don't have time to be held back from that. Some of you might need to release some exes. Some of you need to release some shame. There's a feeling of shame here. And I'm not exactly sure why. Like, I feel like it's a physical, like a body shame. So you might be ashamed of your body, your physical appearance. Maybe something with intimacy or sexual intimacy makes you feel shameful. There's some type of feeling connected to that. And the universe wants you to release that so that you can allow more positive energy to enter your life in those areas. For someone specific in this pile, going back to what I mentioned with the Emperor and his feet, the cold feet, some of you might be, come up. Some of you might actually be, I just heard saving yourself. Some of you might be saving yourself till marriage. But for others of you, there could be something with some type of fear of commitment or taking things further, or kind of like second guessing if your partner is the one. For others of you where that might not be the case, where you are moving forward with some type of engagement or marriage, it could be the fact that perhaps, like I said, an ex-partner is trying to pop around, or somebody is trying to stir up some type of drama for some reason. Like, I'm really getting an energy of that. But I don't feel like there's a negative energy here. I feel like, I just heard own worst enemy. So I feel like right now for the Aries in this pile that you're actually fighting your own energy. You're kind of going against yourself right now, because whatever it is you think that's conflicting against you in the outside world really is not as strong as you are. So the universe is telling you to kind of pull away from that, to really focus in on what it is that you believe, on how you feel, how you see the situation, and to allow that love to come into this space. Also, with this chakra clearing, you might need to clear out some individuals in your life who might be whispering in your ear. You might have to clear out any type of doubts that are going on. And also follow your heart. Follow your heart. So if you are perhaps with a partner that you feel as though it just isn't working out between you both, it's okay. The universe is saying for you to move forward. If you believe that there is better out there for you, if you truly in your heart feel as though this is not the relationship for you, it's okay to move forward, and the universe will deliver new love to you. For some reason, something with adoptive children is coming up to me. And I just heard doctors. It made me think of Doctors Without Borders. So I know that's very specific, but that's for somebody specifically who is watching. This gecko, I think it is. It's like a little lizard that's right here. That's standing out, and I feel like that's specific to someone. I don't know if you've owned one, or if an ex of yours owned ones, or the place you work at or something, but I feel like that's specific for somebody. A lot of the symbolism isn't necessarily standing out to me in this pile, but that caught my eye. Also, I don't know why, but this infinity symbol just hit me. Could be a tattoo or an engraving that someone has around their house or something. I feel like maybe someone, perhaps that's something you did with your partner, is draw infinity symbols with them or something like that. But that's standing out to me. Some of you are really going through it because you're dealing with, like I said, like a soulmate. Could be a higher level soulmate or whatever the case is. But there's still something that needs to be resolved. That's why I said for some of you, if you did break up with somebody, you're actually going to be coming back around and possibly having another chance with this person, because the energy is not finished. I feel like you possibly had a chance to grow, they possibly had a chance to grow, and now you both can kind of come back into each other's lives with a better understanding of who you both are and what you both need in this relationship. Looking at this new love card, the little angels that are floating around this woman's head, something with children just popped up. I feel like that might have been a point of conversation for someone, possibly a point of argument. I don't know if you didn't want children and someone else did, or vice versa, or something with children being able to... I said something about adoption earlier, so I don't know if it's perhaps something with someone adopting someone else's child, or you something with a child, but that's popping through. This is very specific, but as I'm staring at this new love card, a message came to me for some of the mothers out there, especially those who may have I don't know. I don't really want to give a number, but I feel like 2, 3 kids. I feel like perhaps you might have held back on dating because you felt like, you know, being a mom kind of limited your chances. And I feel like the universe is talking to you and letting you know that that's really not the case at all, that you might actually end up meeting an individual who's really wonderful with children and loves children and possibly wants a big family. I also got hit just now with a message from this 2 of Cups and the 6 of Cups. Some of you possibly watching, I feel like you might be pregnant, and it could be from an ex, it could be from your current partner. I feel like the message that's coming through is possibly from someone that you're not dealing with at the moment. But I just get a sense of like pregnancy, like very much in the present. And for a very select group, something with that being an issue where perhaps you have been trying to get pregnant. So the universe is talking to you about, you're putting a lot of stress, like there's a lot of stress on your body right now. Some of you might be like actively overly trying, like constantly trying, and it's building up a lot of mental, physical stress. So perhaps relaxing, sometimes it tends to happen when people least expect it. So something like that is coming through for someone. All right, that's all that I'm seeing for this pile. Thank you so much for watching. If it resonated with you, I would love if you can like the video and comment and subscribe. I do take the time to read all the comments and to reply back to them. So I just want to put that out there. And please keep in mind that this is a general reading for the collective, so I'm channeling for a lot of people. But if you would like a personal reading where I channel into your energy or the energy of a specific situation, you can purchase that from my Etsy shop. You'll find the link for that in the description box below. And I do more than just astrological readings in my Etsy shop. I do like a variety of topics. So for career, spiritual well-being, love, I even have one where you can choose your own topic and question. So you can definitely find something that fits you within my shop. But thank you so much for taking the time. And Aries, definitely, like I said, just make sure you're not in your own head. Make sure you're not standing in your own way. I feel like you're very powerful, and the universe just wants you to sit back and really take the time to clear out your chakras, clear out your space. For some of you, it might be something medical, like having to go and clear something out. Could be, I believe it's called colonoscopy. I think I said that correctly. Different things of that nature. So it's going to resonate for you because, like I said, I feel like you know. I feel like this pile knows. It's not like some big secret, some hidden mystery. You know whatever it is that needs to be cleared out. So definitely, I see that there's a lot of positive energy that wants to be welcomed into your life, and that it will be. It's just a matter of allowing certain things to kind of align themselves to better serve you. So Aries, I am sending you lots of love and light, and I am wishing you all the best. Take care. All right, so my Leos, let's look into what the universe wants you to know. We have teaching. You inspire young people to learn. Harmony. Yes, exclamation mark. Children. Playfulness. Sacrifice. And we have the High Priestess. Now this card is advice to you, so I'm going to turn this over last. But I think it's interesting that the last few readings that I've done, children have popped up in quite a few of them. So, all right. All right, so some of my Leos here, something with going back to school is important for some of you. So some of you might actually be enrolled in school or some type of training course, workshop, networking event, something like that is coming through. For some of you, children are very important. It can be your own children. It can be in regards to like what the card said about teaching young people. And or it can be something with children in your family. Something like that is coming up. You might play a significant role to children in your family. This playfulness card is hitting me. It says to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. I feel like for some of you, something with needing to play with your children more is coming through. Some of you might be so busy with work or school or whatever the case is that you really haven't had time to connect with your family or younger people. It could be younger siblings or something. So the universe is talking about that. For others of you, something with your romantic life of just needing to, and you know what, not even just romantic life. I feel like for my Leos, you've been very tapped into a very serious energy right now. Whoever you are, like whenever you're looking at this video, I feel like there's been a very serious Leo energy that's been coming through, and the universe is trying to lighten you up, trying to get you to almost be a child again, to tap into your inner child. Some of you might be doing inner child healing and work, but there is a need to be more playful, have more fun. Some of you, I see, it might be, you might have gotten a new friend in your life, or it could even be a new partner. For some of you, I just heard something with cousins. So some of you might have either reconnected with a cousin or connected with a family member. And I see that like having fun, like building a bond, you know, being more lively around this individual. So I feel like there might be someone that's recently been introduced into your life, and if not, will be coming into your life very soon, that will be bringing this energy to you. Now with this, yes, I feel like there's something that you have been waiting for to align, something that you have been trying to manifest, something you've possibly been worried about, and the universe is giving you kind of a thumbs up, kind of a green light that all systems are go. So if you had a specific question that you kind of had in mind when you were looking at this, I feel like the yes might be the answer to that question. This sacrifice card is hitting me. There are those worth making. There are those that will destroy you. I feel like this paired with the High Priestess is speaking to me about your need to be patient with something. And it's crazy because this is card 11 and this is actually a 2, but it has like the 1 next to each other. So it looks like 11. For some of you, this could be in regards to possibly a twin flame match or something of that nature. But I feel like with this sacrifice card that there is some type of knowledge, some type of answer, something that you want that you might have to be patient for. You might have to allow the universe to just kind of take control over. And you have to be okay with not having the answers to everything. You have to be okay with taking a step and not being sure necessarily how it's going to go. Kind of take like a leap of faith. For some of you, there is a need to let go of something. You might have a secret. Some of you might have a secret that you're holding on to, and the universe is talking to you about this very secret and how it could possibly be weighing you down. I feel like learning is very important right now for Leos. You are learning something. I feel like you're also tapping more into your intuition, and there is a cautiousness that is going through. I feel an energy of caution, as if you're not kind of rushing into things at the moment, that you're trying very hard to make the right decisions, if that makes sense. Look before you leap just comes to mind. But yeah, with this sacrifice card, some of you have something that you need to let go of. You might have to make some sacrifices for your career, for your family, for your relationship. But I feel like the universe is saying that this will be for the better with this yes card. Now your advice. We have clear cognizance. Pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. So the universe's advice to you is to pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to, maybe conversations that you end up having in your head, or like memories that play back to you in your head. Like really pay attention to those, because the universe is trying to give you the answers that you're looking for. I feel like some of you might be fighting that and perhaps not believing, but the universe is letting you know that you're highly in tuned right now. I feel like your spiritual energy is really tuned in at the moment. And so it might be a little unsettling because of how much different like pieces of knowledge will be coming to you. And especially you being a fire sign, it's going to be pushing you more into almost a watery type of element. But the universe wants you to know that it's for the best, and that it really is trying to open you up to other levels of yourself and also relating with others. I feel like really opening your sense of sympathy, of empathy. There's something like that coming through. Now, in this card, the teaching card, I'm very drawn to the book that she's reading from, and there's butterflies in it. So that might be important to someone, you know, symbolically, but also butterflies deal with transformation. They deal with going from one stage of things and metamorphosis, you know, turning into something else. So you really are going through a change right now. And I feel like in order for you to really maximize on that transformation, you need to allow yourself to just kind of be right now. Don't force anything. Have some more fun, especially let's say if this is romantic that you're asking about, you're trying to bring love into your life, or you're trying to ask about a relationship you're already in. The universe wants you to know that more harmony can be achieved in your love life, or even in your relationships in general, platonic or not, by kind of tapping into that innocent side of you, tapping into, you know, the fun loving child within you. Also, I just heard what someone wants. So some of you might be a little too concerned about what someone is looking for. You know, you might be trying to think of how can I mold myself to be the perfect employee or partner or sibling or child or whatever the case is. And the universe doesn't want you to focus on that. In this case, I feel like you might be sacrificing yourself, and the universe wants you to like really stop and wonder, is that worth it? Some of you, I feel like, are also having very inspirational thoughts. So a lot of different thoughts are hitting you. Might be quotes, might be ideas. And you need to make sure that you're writing them down or you're recording them somehow. Even if you need to use the voice recorder on your phone. I know some phones happen to have that. Just to like say the thought out real quick. Because I just heard dyslexic. Some of you might have dyslexia. I hope I'm saying that right. And that could be an issue for you in regards to learning, in regards to something of that nature. But the universe is talking to you about making sure that you get your ideas down in a way that you can go back to them and look at them later, because I feel like you're going to be hit with a lot of inspiration and wonderful ideas. I see good partnerships here. That can be in regards to collaborations, in regards to work, family, things of that nature. But you're going to have to give up. Like I said, you're going to have to give up something. Could be a way of thinking, could be a way of living, could be a person or a job that's not serving you. But whatever it is that you give up, the universe is going to replace it with so much more. I feel like this is also a teaching moment for you. And something is going to come to light. If you're not hiding something, then I feel like something is going to come to light. And it doesn't have to be disastrous. It can just be a matter of something that you just weren't aware of. It can be, you know, your job opening up a new position or office somewhere else or something like that. But I feel like something is going to be presenting itself to you quite soon. For some of you, something with a childhood friend is important. Could even be in a romantic sense. For some of you, dealing with someone that makes you feel playful and like a child again, you know, young and carefree, that's coming through. Especially for some of my Leos who I feel like you've been resistant to emotions, to love, to, you know, opening up to someone. I see you becoming more vulnerable, kind of sacrificing that ego and that protection. Some of you in this pile could be looking into marriage with this Six of Cups right here. Nope, I'm lying. This is not the Six of Cups. This is the Lover's card. The Six of Cups came up in the previous pile. But with this Lovers card, it could be in regards to marriage. It can be in regards to actually coming together in a relationship with someone. It could also be in regards to accepting some type of proposition, some type of deal. So that's coming through. Feeling like you made a good choice on something. I see lots of green in this reading. I feel like it's a lot of healing that's going on. For some of you, might be travel to somewhere, especially because I'm seeing like palm trees back here. The keys in her hands are standing out to me. For some of you, you might be moving somewhere, or you might be exchanging keys with someone, kind of taking it to a level of y'all moving in together, or just having keys to each other's apartment. Could be a fact that you're moving up in a position where you get the keys to your job or something like that. But there's some type of knowledge that's also coming your way that's going to, I just heard key to success. So I feel like be open, keep your eye out for a mentor. I feel like somebody is going to be dropping some wisdom on you, and be open to hearing it. And I feel like that also goes back with this clear cognizance of paying attention to your thoughts and ideas that come to you. Be cautious of turning down ideas. Like, be open to listening to certain things, especially what possibly comes from other people that you trust, because I feel like they're also going to give you guidance for questions that you've been asking the universe, for things that you've been wanting some type of surety on, some type of assurance. And I'm just going to put it out there just because it's standing out, but there's also some dogs here and a little tiny puppy. So I don't know if that's important for anyone, if perhaps you're not looking to necessarily have human children, but you want more fur babies with someone. For someone, something with money is coming up, and I feel like you might possibly be worried about dating or something like that because of money. And the universe is talking about finding ways to connect with people that don't involve, including that fear. Like, if you're so worried that someone's only with you for money, then how about something like maybe having dates at the park, having casual fun dates where you get to know this person and you can realize that they're not for you or talking to you about what it is that you can possibly give them material wise. I think that you'll be pleasantly surprised to see that this person genuinely connects with you. Some of you are in some type of relationship, and it could be platonic, could be like romantic, where you're learning something that was not taught to you as a child. And I feel like that's in regards to possibly relating to other people or some type of like relationship skills or something like that. But I feel as if you might possibly feel now like you're reworking your understanding of dealing with people or socializing with people or something of that nature because of this relationship in your life. Like, you're being taught how to prioritize other people, how to kind of let your hair down or be vulnerable or something like that. There's a nature of opening up for the first time. This angel, for some reason, is standing out to me. I can't remember what film company it is that would have like that angel and her wings open up and everything like as their logo, but it's making me think of film for some reason. And I feel like that's important for somebody who's watching something either with film or media, something like that, cinematography, cinema, something. For someone specific here, I feel like something with scars is important. I don't know if you've possibly acquired some type of scars somehow, or if perhaps you have a history of cutting or something of that nature, but there's something with scars. There's something with, there's an energy of recovery, like there's a healing energy, a moving forward, but I also feel like there is a feeling of shame. And so these scars could be physical, it could even be emotional scars that one feels as though they're dealing with, but I feel like there's like trying to hide it in a sense, and the universe is letting you know that you're not going to be able to do that and get closer to someone. You know, you have to kind of speak out. For some of you, as I just said that, something hit me about you speaking to other people about maybe what you've been through in life or something you've overcame. So some of you might become youth speakers who talk to youth or people who might be younger than you or something like that about something that you've overcome in life, something very difficult. So that's coming through. All right, that's all I'm seeing, Leos. But thank you so much for watching. If you happen to like the video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I do read all the comments, and I do try to take my time and write back to every person who took the time to write to me. Please keep in mind that this is for the general collective, so I am tuning into a lot of different energies. But if you would like a personal reading where I tune into your energy or the energy of a specific situation, I do offer those type of readings on my Etsy shop. You can find the link for that in the description box below. And I do offer readings on a variety of topics. So it's not just astrological. There's readings about career, about spiritual development, about love. I even have a category where you can choose your own topic. So your own question that you would like to know about. But this is all that I'm picking up for now. So thank you for taking the time. And I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care. All right, so for my Sagittarius, let's look into what the universe wants you to know. We have freedom. You're free to do what you choose. Sensitivity. You're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. Crown chakra. Okay, so right off the bat, before I pull any more cards, Sagittarius, I feel like you're going through very big spiritual awakenings right now. It's a lot of energy that is kind of moving through you, around you, a lot of shifts that are happening. I feel like spiritually you're getting a lot of information, especially with this sensitivity card and this crown chakra. So I feel like the universe is letting you know that your crown chakra is wide open, that it's pouring knowledge into you, and because of this, like spiritually, you're like an antenna. So you're soaking up a lot of energy, you're attracting a lot of energy, and you might find yourself becoming very uncomfortable in situations you usually wouldn't be bothered by. So you can be very irritated at work. You can be very uncomfortable around certain friends, family members, maybe even a partner for some reason. Something is just rubbing you the wrong way. And it's just that you're spiritually picking up on other people's energy and signals to where it's irritating you. It's irritating you like a scratchy sweater. I don't know why that just popped into my brain, but for somebody, it is like a scratchy sweater. But the universe wants you to know, regardless of whatever it is you're possibly dealing with, that you have the freedom to choose. For some of you, I think you've been trying to figure out what is the right path for something. What is it you should be doing for something? You want some type of guidance. You want to kind of be told what to do. And the universe is saying you have free will. You have free will. Nobody can force you to do something you don't want to do, and vice versa. So what is it that you want in this situation? Where do you want to go? Also, the dolphins are standing out to me, so that might be important for someone. Dolphin symbolism. Big happy changes. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. The mirror. Know thyself. Self-examination. Seeing who you really are. Then we have Queen of Pentacles and Four of Cups. So this is your advice card. I'm going to turn this over later. But, all right. So my Sagittarius here. In addition to the sensitivity that's happening, in addition to this inner knowing that is taking place, you're also being given a chance to see yourself deeper. But I also feel like for some of you, this is dealing with other people around you, being able to see them deeper. You're able to really look at situations and see the truth of it. Some of you also might be dealing with someone who is kind of mirroring you. So there could be some triggering that's going on, especially considering how sensitive you are to other people's energies right now. Now, with this passion and these big happy changes, I feel like for some of you, you're in this energy of big happy changes coming into your life and feeling a renewed sense of passion. Some of you, I feel like, may have just gotten into a new relationship and it's just been kind of wonderful so far. Some of you who are not in happy relationships, or you may have broken up with someone, there's a sense of knowing to where the universe is telling you that you are free to choose whether you want to stay with this individual, or you're free to choose, you know, the next partner that you want to be with. Don't feel like you have to be with someone. Like, universe, am I supposed to be with this person? The universe is saying, do you want to be with them? So that's kind of what's coming through. Follow your heart, follow that passion. So if you, and I'm not talking about lower passion, I'm not talking about like arousal, but the joy, you know, the card that said, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Where you feel joy is where you should follow. If you're not feeling happy and joyful and carefree and just love and light being around a person, a situation, a work environment, the universe really wants you to think about if that's where you need to be. Now we have, with the Queen of Pentacles, some of you, I'm getting two different messages. Some of you, I feel like you're not being appreciated. It could be from a significant other, it could be from work, whatever the case is, but I feel like some of you feel like your hard work has not been appreciated. Now for others of you, I feel like there's somebody around you who really wants your attention and really wants to show you love and devotion, and you're not allowing it. For someone specific, I feel like something with an apprentice is coming up, like someone who looks up to you and is trying to learn from you. Now this could be you could be actually trying to get an apprenticeship or an internship rather with somebody, but something like that is coming up. For someone specific, it's hitting me about like a breast job, something with like getting your boobs done, whether it's an augmentation or getting why am I blanking? What is the word? Getting, I feel so silly right now, but you know, getting your breast increased. I almost wanted to say transplant, and that's not the word that I necessarily was thinking of, but it kept popping up, so I'm just going to say that, something with transplant for someone. Some of you, I feel like you're going to be open up sexually more, kind of exploring that a bit more, possibly with a new partner, or it could be individuals. Maybe you're joining like a swinger situation or something like that, but I feel like somebody's embracing their kinks a little more, their fetishes a little more, especially something with foot fetish coming through. And please only take what resonates, guys, gals. With this Four of Cups here, I feel like possibly someone in this group, you might be talking to someone that you feel as if others do not want you to talk to. So this could be a situation where perhaps could be an affair that's taking place, could be some type of co-worker situation. Maybe you and a co-worker are kind of developing feelings for each other. Could be an ex, could be someone that, and I just heard friends, so some of you might possibly be developing feelings for a friend's ex, but there's some type of situation with dealing with someone that you almost feel like you cannot share this news with other people, or it wouldn't be like accepted. So something like that is coming through for my Sagittarius here. I also get a sense of, once again, going back to this Queen of Pentacles and kind of feeling like I was saying underappreciated, if not appreciated at all. You might possibly be pining for someone who you feel like is just not paying you attention, or they give you the bare minimum. You know, they act like they tolerate you. Now, this could be the other way around, that you're dealing with a situation like that, feeling that way towards someone else, but there's something like that coming up. For some Sagittarius here, I see something about body positivity. You might be trying to like love your body more, or something like that, like healthy body image, something with loving yourself more. So you might be trying to eat healthier or work out, or just to accept yourself more, something like that. And then we have, for your advice, comfort. I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. So for those of you who chose this pile, the advice that the universe is letting you know is to kind of comfort yourself. It might be somebody around you who needs some type of comfort, but there's healing that's taking place here. Healing that's taking place. There's big happy changes that want to come, and I feel like I don't know, I almost want to say doorways. I feel like there are doorways of opportunity that's opening, not only just in the material, physical world, but spiritually within you as well. Mental expansion, spiritual expansion. There's a lot of uptick in energy that's happening right now with my Sagittarius who chose this pile. And don't be surprised if you start cutting people out of your life, or like I said, if you start feeling uncomfortable around certain people who maybe there's an individual or a work situation that you just wanted to be a part of so badly, and now all of a sudden you really just feel like you don't want to be there, you don't want to be with this person. There's definitely an inner knowing that is happening. There is a blossoming that is taking place, and the universe is opening you up to new truths. Now, I don't know why. I don't know if you can see this flower, but I'm very drawn to this beautiful, I don't even know what it is, like what kind of flower it is, but I see it on this person's breast. I see it on like in a bracelet around their wrist, and I just feel like it's symbolic for someone for some reason. I don't know exactly why. And once again, I feel drawn to the breast area, so I don't know if that's important for someone. Especially with this flower being pink, I don't know if some of my Sagittarius in this pile have recently beat breast cancer, or there might be something with breast cancer that's coming up. But the universe's advice for you is comfort. To know that the universe is supporting you right now with your healing. It's trying to comfort you. It wants you to take comfort in the knowledge of something. I feel like you're being open towards that, but really just allow love and light into your heart right now. Just allow yourself to be gentle with yourself, because there is an energy here. Like, you're going through energy shifts, and I feel like at the moment you're a sponge. You're taking in a lot, whether it's yours, whether it's from people around you. I feel like you're taking in quite a bit, and this could be what's confusing some of you to trying to figure out like what's the right path for me to take, and not knowing, because energetically you're not sure where you're drawn to. You almost feel drawn to every option. So the universe is saying you have the freedom. Know that you have the freedom and the knowledge to make the right choice, that there is not necessarily any right or wrong. Just what is in alignment with your highest good and where you want to be. And then trust that the universe is bringing big happy changes into your life. For some of you, especially considering that the card I pulled to represent Sagittarius right now was the Sun, there will be some revealing of truths for especially certain, I hear, stagnant situations. So things that may have been going on for a while that might not have been for the highest good of everyone involved. I do feel like the universe is letting you know that it will be bringing certain things to light. So if you've been looking for certain answers, or if you've been trying to find the right time for something, to tell someone something or do something, I feel like the universe will be trying to guide you toward those decisions. But especially for some of you who possibly want to leave a partnership or a job or something, an agreement, the universe is telling you that you have the freedom to make that decision. You don't have to necessarily wait for permission. Now, I would say, depending on the severity of the situation, especially if, I don't know, perhaps kids are involved, or pensions, or whatever the case is, I'm not telling you to not follow your heart. I'm just saying to make sure that you move in an ethical manner, that you move in a way that is true to you and is the best exit for all involved. Doesn't mean that exits don't hurt. Sometimes people need to heal from them, but it's inevitable. But just to make sure that you move with honor, in a sense. For some of you, actually, I also see that you might be ending some type of relationship that you were a part of that you kind of felt like you didn't need to be a part of, like it wasn't right for you. Could be an affair, could be some type of promise to a family member, could be a work situation, or even a field of study. But there's something that you had once felt invested in that you no longer feel invested in, and you might be wanting to leave that situation, and the universe is letting you know that you have the power to do that. You have the power to do it. Especially because with this mirror card, you're learning so much more about yourself, and I also feel like you may have seen something in this person or situation that kind of reflected back to you what was really going on, and you just realized it wasn't for you, it wasn't right for you. I just heard, and this is very specific, but for someone, there's like a secret deal that's been going on with someone, like could be within your company or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but I feel like you've had an inkling, especially with your sensitivity, how heightened it's becoming. You've been kind of feeling like something perhaps under the table has been happening, and the universe is letting you know like you're not making this up, and that it will be revealed to you quite soon. So don't worry, like all will be revealed to you soon. These crystals in her wand are standing out to me, and I'm not exactly sure why. I feel like it's going to be relevant for someone, but they're very large. They look like quartz crystals. There's a clear quartz, and then I don't know, one of those, it almost looks like it's black. I want to say tourmaline. I don't know why that's in my head, but I feel like that's important for someone. I don't know if someone has jewelry that was made out of those, or they wear perhaps jewelry that has both of those in it, a black and white stone. Or you might perhaps need to get that stone, especially with you becoming more sensitive. Clear quartz will help you with bringing in more positive energy into your life, and any black stone will help you with deflecting negative energy and grounding yourself, centering yourself. So you might actually want to look into grabbing yourself those two stones. All right, that's all that I'm seeing. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you happen to like this reading, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I always read all the comments, and I make sure to respond back to everyone because I appreciate the fact that you took the time. And if you would like a more personal reading, because please keep in mind this is general and for the collective, I do happen to offer personal readings in my Etsy shop, so you can find the link for that in the description box below. And I offer personal readings on a variety of topics, so career, spiritual well-being, love, and I even have like a section where you can choose your own topic, or your own question rather. So thank you so much for watching. I'm sending you lots of love and light, Sagittarius, and I'm wishing you all the best. Take care.